Today on the list, the benefits of adopting an older dog, the latest from Oscar winner Gary Oldman, and how to time travel with a telescope.
The farthest back we've been able to see with telescopes is about 13.1 billion years.
Plus,
this color right now is so hot, it comes in every single style.
shake up your wardrobe with the latest fashion trend. But up first, easy meal swaps to help prevent holiday weight gain. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy Rhodes. Sure, this time of year it's easy to overdo the fatty foods and desserts, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have some healthful alternatives that'll give you that happy, warm food glow even on the coldest nights. I'm digging into winter foods for weight loss, and that's our featured story at the top of the list.
With the holiday season upon us, you may begin to notice it's easy to gain some extra weight.
We're consuming more food, oftentimes we're drinking more alcohol. Those things contribute to a lot more calories.
Right, because when family's around, you drink more alcohol.
Without question.
We spoke with Benjamin Brown, owner of BSL Nutrition, to help us learn about 3 foods you can rely on to keep healthy and how to put them together to create your go-to winter meal.
The average American gains 1 to 2 pounds of weight every year, especially during the holidays.
Which doesn't seem like much.
Right, but especially when we don't lose that weight year after year, that starts to become a problem.
So to help minimize those gains, switch out your regular pasta with spaghetti squash.
Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with pasta, but with spaghetti squash, we're getting about a quarter of the calories that we would get from a regular pasta. We're getting more nutrition, we're getting more fiber, so it becomes a great fat loss food.
I don't even know the ingredients in pasta because I get it out of a box. What all's in that?
Well, in pasta, we're getting flour and other refined grains. And that doesn't necessarily make it bad, but it certainly lends itself to being a lot more calorically dense. And when we eat more calories, we gain more weight.
And it's easy to make spaghetti squash just as good as regular pasta. You start by poking holes on each side. Then,
bake it at 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then we are going to shred it up into a spaghetti-like dish.
next, while the spaghetti squash is cooking, ground turkey.
If we can choose leaner sources of protein, that's protein that has a little bit less fat on it, then has less calories to it, it's going to be less calories in total, and it's going to help keep us full for longer, which is going to help with that fat loss goal.
So to prepare the ground turkey,
we just saute it up, add some herbs, some pepper, some salt, and it goes great with the spaghetti squash and a good pasta sauce.
With those bold flavors, you don't feel like you're missing out on taste.
And the last food to add to your meal, potatoes.
When we talk about winter foods, it's kind of hard to not want to gravitate towards potatoes specifically, and potatoes get a really bad rap. All of these white starches, oftentimes people are told to avoid them.
However, white potatoes are high in a fiber called resistant starch.
The great thing about resistant starch is it actually helps us with blood sugar regulation. It actually helps us with digestive health and feeding healthy gut bacteria, and it's also delicious.
For the perfect winter food meal, add the 3 foods together.
This is completely satisfying.
We're keeping the holiday weight off with winter foods at the top of the list.
Cosmic eye candy, that's the headline NPR is using to describe the images NASA has been releasing. To learn more about the technology that's expanding our insight into the universe, Christina has 5 things you didn't know about the astounding James Webb Telescope.
The James Webb Space Telescope will find the first galaxies that formed in the early universe, all while peering through dusty clouds to see stars forming new planetary systems.
James Webb Telescope is completely unlike any other telescope we've ever had, in space or on the ground.
Dr. John Mather, senior astrophysicist at NASA Goddard, is sharing 5 things about the James Webb Telescope you didn't know. For starters, it's 1 million miles away.
It's orbiting around a place we call the Lagrange point 2, which is a place of gravitational balance where the sun and the Earth have just enough gravity to pull the observatory around the sun once a year.
And it's possible to see it from the Earth if you look really hard with a telescope.
but it's not easy to know because it's pretty faint and you need a finder chart to know where to look for it.
Next, it's super, super cold.
In round numbers, it's something like minus 380 degrees Fahrenheit.
To get to that mind-blowing temperature, it needs a giant umbrella to protect it from the sun. And the reason to keep it that cold?
Is to keep it from emitting its own infrared light.
That's because the telescope sees infrared light.
It's hard to focus infrared light with lenses because a lot of lenses are opaque. So we use mirrors.
The mirrors capture infrared light, which lets them see objects that aren't hot enough to shine with visible light.
So we say, well, see that little cluster of black galaxies over here? If I magnify it, then you can see it better. If I make it different colors, you can see it better.
The fourth thing you didn't know, it creates pictures from ones and zeros.
It's pretty similar to every other digital camera. The ones and zeros mean something about how bright is the light on that particular spot on the detector.
This string of digits is assembled into an actual picture back on Earth.
We have somebody that looks at the pictures and says, I better adjust the color scale a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about.
The last thing you didn't know about the James Webb Telescope, it's a time machine.
The purpose of the Webb telescope is to look at basically our entire history from the first objects that grew from the Big Bang material to now.
For perspective, he says the nearest galaxy we can see with our own eyes is Andromeda.
You see it as it was about 3 million years ago.
That's because it takes 3 million years for the light from Andromeda to reach Earth.
The farthest back we've been able to see with telescopes is about 13.1 billion years. So we're getting pretty close to the first objects that might have grown in the early times with this technique.
For more information, head to origins-project.org. Shooting for the stars with 5 amazing things you didn't know about the James Webb Telescope.
If you've been seeing a whole lot of the color pink on social media lately, well, there's a reason. It's a new trend called BarbieCore. Teresa Strasser is looking at what it's all about and how you can incorporate it into your wardrobe.
Time to let you in on the over-the-top pink wonderland that is the BarbieCore aesthetic.
I feel that if we don't take a picture and post it on Instagram, it's a Barbie crime, and you'll go to Barbie jail, which is pink.
In fashion, the trend took off after Valentino debuted its all-pink fall 2022 collection.
It was a pink runway. There were so many pink looks. And now with the Barbie movie coming out, forget it. It is the hottest trend.
It's a vibe.
It is.
Pink is the new black, so fashion stylist Elise Johnson has 3 show-stopping pink looks you'll want to add to your Barbie dream closet.
It's all about pink, pink, and more pink.
First up is our career look.
I feel like I'm in danger of having too much pink.
No, you couldn't.
We were inspired by Zendaya's all-pink pantsuit for Valentino's campaign and played with different silhouettes, choosing a more fitted jacket and a cropped wide-leg pant to highlight our chosen pink boot.
It's very fuchsia, flamingo. It's very pigmented.
This is the Elle Woods confidence.
Yes, you will win every court case in this look.
And because life can't be all work, no play, we've got you covered for date night, for which we took note from celebs like Nicole Byer and Simone Ashley, who brought BarbieCore to the red carpet.
You've got the date night pink.
I do. If I had a hat, I feel like I'd be pretty in pink.
Yes.
I have some taste.
It seems like an easy look for date night.
100%. It's easy.
A dress or jumpsuit is all you need for a head-to-toe pink look, where you can add an extra special touch with pink accessories, like a statement bag.
Aren't these adorable?
Or a nice pair of pink shades.
This is a whole new meaning, rose-colored glasses.
Those look cute on you.
You too.
Finally, let's go casual and show you how to add a BarbieCore touch to an athleisure look.
When you're in BarbieCore, you just have this like positivity and confidence, and it may make you go work out. If you look cute and fun.
We chose a pink sports bra and leggings ensemble matched with some pink chunky sneakers.
And they actually look like they'd be comfortable.
Oh my gosh, they are so comfortable.
And a puffer jacket.
It's fun, it's bold, it exudes confidence.
Something about it is just making me happy.
And a pink baseball cap.
This color right now is so hot, it comes in every single style.
We're living our best pink dream life.
Pink definitely has a cheerful vibe.
It does, I love it.
Thanks to the BarbieCore aesthetic.
Still to come on the list, why a puppy may not be the right dog for you.
There's many qualities and reasons to consider adopting a senior pet.
Plus,
Slow Horses is not casinos, champagne and Aston Martins.
the spy show that's anything but James Bond.
I think they're a bunch of absolute losers, but they're my losers.
That's what's next on the list.
Welcome back. Now, when most people think about getting a dog, they usually picture a puppy with soft fur and dewy eyes. But beware, those little critters have an amount of energy and curiosity that can be challenging. Jackie Denker, who rescued 12-year-old Chunk Norris, is running down the advantages of adopting a senior pet.
If you're looking to adopt a dog, it may be tempting to pick out a puppy, but let's not forget about the older ones.
Senior pets get more or less a bad rap for being adopted due to their age, but there's many qualities and reasons to consider adopting a senior pet.
To learn more, we spoke with senior dog dad and co-founder of Companion CBD, Brad Malin. First of all, just because they are older, it doesn't mean they're bad dogs. You're gonna have the best house. Just take a look at my super senior dog that I adopted, Chunk Norris.
It could be a family had to surrender their pet due to having a baby. It could be allergies. It could be a death in the family.
So even if they look a little tired or stressed,
They're family animals too. Their main objective is to please you as the companion, as they once were.
and good news for your shoes. Senior dogs don't have those puppy habits, which can be like
Having a newborn baby. So lots of accidents and destruction in the home and chewing on shoes.
So with an older dog,
You don't have to train the animal and worry about destruction in your home or leaving them for long periods of time.
say hi to mommy, Chunk. Not to mention they are lower maintenance than a younger pup.
Older dogs tend to slow down in terms of mobility and obviously of age, so they're not going to be as exercise oriented as to obviously when they were younger.
However, it can vary by breed, even in their older age. So if you're looking for a slow fella,
You may not want to get a lab or a Weimaraner, a dog that has high energy.
So you may want to go with
more the smaller mixed breed dogs that just need to go outside when they need to do their business.
Finally, if you go this route, you're giving the dog a second chance at having a loving home.
You're giving them another opportunity, and quite frankly, you're saving their life. So knowing you're doing a good deed for mankind and also for the pup, giving them a second chance at life in a warm, loving, nurturing family is ultimately what they're looking for.
Yay, you win the Cute Dog Award! Opening our hearts and homes by learning the pros to adopting a senior dog.
The holidays can be a stressful and difficult time for some people, but sometimes when we see others going through similar situations, it puts us more at ease. So we found 3 TikTok influencers with more than 437 million likes combined who are inspiring us to keep going no matter what hand life has dealt you. Coming in at number 1, Kat Stickler. Kat, who started on TikTok as a married mother of 1, shared her split on TikTok last year.
We just wanted to be transparent with you guys because you guys have been with us from the beginning of this whole journey.
Since the split, Kat is taking her followers on her journey of being a single mom. And showing us that being a parent is tough but rewarding work. Yeah, rock on for sure. At number 2, Surface of Beauty.
Someone graffitied all over my mural, but you know what? I'm gonna fix it.
Natasha May Platt, a talented artist, is restoring garage doors and brick walls in her city with a touch of floral flair.
Oh no!
Oh yes!
Everybody loves it. Time for a change.
And even though her art is ruined with graffiti from time to time, she doesn't let it bring her down.
I woke up to this. A lot of you guys sent me pictures. It looks like it says pasta. I don't know about that. Today I'm gonna fix it.
A nice reminder that no matter where you start, you can always find your way to your passion.
All I need is a word.
And last on our list of inspirational TikTok influencers, Kelsey goes sober.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and it's been 55 days since I decided to quit drinking.
Kelsey Sorensen takes followers on her journey to help as many people as she can feel not so alone.
It makes me so sad that this time of the year is about being with the people you love and spending time with them, quality time together, and people are so terrified to just show up because they don't know how they will be treated because they are deciding not to drink.
And shows you what life would look like if you kept believing in yourself.
Over these last 11 months, I have built the life that I always dreamed of.
Such upbeat vibes. Those were a few inspirational TikTok influencers we think you should follow. Lots more to come on the list. Stay with us.
We have a quick list of tips to move heavy boxes and furniture safely with Dakota Hamland, former VP of Business Development at Muscular Moving Men.
The biggest thing you would want to avoid is injury.
First, do a practice lift.
Basically just kind of getting underneath it and doing a quick small lift to determine that if it is too heavy for you or not.
Second, use your arms, not just your hands.
It's always good to use your forearm instead of just your hand. It saves your back and it keeps you healthy for longer moving.
And third, stay safe.
Keep your head up and your chest up as well to lift properly and avoid injury.
For more list tips, head to thelisttv.com.
We're back, and on today's watch list, the critically acclaimed spy drama with the intriguing name, Slow Horses, is back for its second season. To learn more, Hadi D. Jamal talked to its Oscar-winning star, Gary Oldman, and some of his fellow actors.
The Slow Horses. Not typical MI5.
The critically acclaimed spy drama Slow Horses just debuted its second season on Apple TV+.
There's more to it.
We caught up with the cast for a spoiler-free look at the show.
Ooh.
Spoiler alert.
Am I jumping? Am I spoiling something? Ignore what I just said.
Strike that, Your Honour. Slow Horses is not casinos, champagne and Aston Martins. It's such the other side of James Bond.
It's about a group of washed-up spies dying for another chance at the big leagues and is based on a series of novels by Mick Herron.
They're terrific books, terrific stories, great characters.
A workplace drama comedy set in normally very sexy industry, and I think we strive as hard as we can to make it as unsexy as possible. But if it's sexy by mistake, that's not our fault.
Causative.
Heart failure. He was in his 60s, smoked, drank.
I'll do all that. Look at me. I'm in my prime. Slow Horses are a real bunch of misfits.
I get it. We're just slow horses. I've got one lead. I have to follow it.
You really find out that these misfits really actually come together as a team, and they're not actually so useless.
You really care about them, don't you?
No, I think they're a bunch of absolute losers, but they're my losers.
Leading the cast is the Oscar and Golden Globe winning Gary Oldman.
It's a really lovely show to be involved in.
The man's a genius. He's a proper stage actor.
Sometimes the only way to work out why a trap has been set is to walk into it.
He's very sort of unstar-like. He has the perfect sense of humour and work ethic for this. He's the perfect leader, Gary.
Apple TV Plus has renewed the show for 4 seasons already.
Made the first 2 books and we're about to make the next 2.
It goes off, over the next, 3, 4, 5 books or whatever, it really goes off.
Maybe he could keep on writing.
We have a lot of spy dramas, and I think that this one is unique. You can't really fit it into a particular genre.
Slow Horses is really good writing. There's lots of twists and turns, not just in the story, but in the characters.
It's everything that you would want. Action, humour, espionage, all in like the perfect mix.
Putting Slow Horses on your watch list.
What a great role for Gary Oldman, and he's lucky to have such a great supporting cast, because evidently, we're in a friendship recession. Last on our list is next. Welcome back, and it's time for what's last on our list. And if you're a man who feels like you don't have many close friends, it turns out you're not alone. According to the New York Times, American men are stuck in a friendship recession. I blame the interest rates. Now, less than half the men surveyed said they were satisfied with how many friends they had. And look at this quote, 15% said they had no close friends at all, a 5-fold increase since 1990. So we're actually getting worse at this over time. But never fear, they offer up 4 strategies that can help men develop new friendships or strengthen old ones. First, take some initiative. When you were a kid, you were thrown into friend-making situations all the time. Recess, Cub Scouts, team sports. But as adults, friends don't magically fall from the sky anymore, so you've got to make an effort. Second piece of advice is related, and that's to make plans. Whether it's bowling or axe throwing or poker night, actually do something. And third, check in. Quick texts or a funny group chat, they help keep the balloon in the air. And I save the hardest one for last. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, even if it's scary. The masculine stereotype of strong, competitive, and stoic doesn't exactly scream, hey, come be friends with me. And you know what this sounds a lot like to me? A lot like dating, which is probably why it's so scary. But you won't have to worry about what to wear, and you'll never have to buy flowers, so at least it's cheaper. That's what's last on our list. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Tomorrow, the list will be your travel guide
We're seeing a different view than anybody else.
to help plan that international vacation.
International travel is a lot cheaper than domestic travel.
Keep you healthy along the way
Sleep aids our body in more ways than we can ever imagine.
and capture your adventures.
The best camera is the one you have with you.
Fasten your seatbelts tomorrow on The List.